Glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rahaha Kodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and salutations to the brothers out there pushing this truth, the Akim, as well as the Akwat out there listening and learning. A few sisters out there. To you, I say shalom as well. It's your brother, Haratazaga Bar, back here with another lesson through the spirit, man. Just want to come at y'all something quick, a little bit edifying. Seen something in the news that kind of caught my attention, caught my eye, and that I think would kind of go over a lot of people's heads. When looking at the daily news, I just want to go ahead, bring y'all this video, and read this article if they don't already talk about everything in the video. Nonetheless, though, Lord willing, no less, and be edifying to those out there listening and watching. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, man. It's fair use, man. Not using any of the content in this video for monetary gain. This video is not monetized, so YouTube, do not strike this down. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
The Trump administration is continuing its effort to tighten the U.S. border. The Department of Homeland Security says it plans to require visa-free tourists from dozens of countries to provide a 5-year social media history in order to enter the country. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya Galvez joins us live with reporting on this announcement. Camilo, how will this process actually work?
Good morning, Mugo. Citizens of more than 40 countries enrolled in the visa waiver program can typically come here to the U.S. for up to 90 days for tourism or business travel. That list of countries includes many European nations and U.S. allies like Australia, Japan, and New Zealand. And while their citizens typically do not need visas to travel to the U.S., they still need to submit an application online using a system known as ESTA before entering the country. The Trump administration, Mugo, is now proposing to overhaul that system, mainly to require applicants from these countries to share additional information. That includes as entry. While there are citizens, 90. Good morning, Mugo. Citizens of more than 40 countries enrolled in the visa waiver program can typically come here to the U.S. for up to 90 days for tourism or business travel. That list of countries includes many European nations and U.S. allies like Australia, Japan, and New Zealand.
Mind you, what was it? One of those European nations, maybe the UK, is requiring that if you want to travel U.S. citizens to the UK, you must have digital ID.
And while their citizens typically do not need visas to travel to the U.S., they still need to submit an application online using a system known as ESTA before entering the country. The Trump administration, Mugo, is now proposing to overhaul that system, mainly to require applicants from these countries to share additional information. That includes, as you noted, their social media history for the past 5 years, also emails that they have used for the past 10 years, and the personal information of direct family members, including their phone numbers. The Trump administration, Mugo, says the changes are designed to comply with an executive order that the president says will make it easier for the U.S. to deny entry to people who may pose a threat to national security or public safety. But you are already seeing, Mugo, some concerns out there that the proposed changes could negatively impact tourism here to the U.S., especially months before the U.S. hosts the World Cup alongside Canada and Mexico next summer.
See what the reasoning is, you know what I'm saying? That's a good front. But they don't care about the security of the country, man, because if they did, they wouldn't have so many sleeper cells over here that they brought in and open the floodgates for, you know what I'm saying, illegal immigrants and whatnot, and actual mercenaries and refugees to come over to this country within the past 5 years. But the bottom line is that this is about control, you know, getting more information on the people and requiring you basically to learn, requiring this information to learn more about you and put them in their new system.
Oh, yeah. So, Camilo, how does this fit into the administration's border changes into immigration vetting?
Well, the Trump administration, Mugo, has mounted an aggressive campaign to expand immigration vetting and screening across the American immigration system, including for people who are already here in the States and are trying to remain here legally through applications for asylum or a green card or U.S. citizenship, the naturalization process, as USCIS calls it. And one of those changes is that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, has instructed officials at that agency to investigate the social media history of applicants, including Mugo, to identify any views or activities that are considered to be anti-American. But there are many concerns from advocates and privacy experts about what identifies.
I'm reading the ticker at the bottom. It say Army gynecologist charged with protecting secret videos of 44 patients. These people be perverse.
Any views or activities that are considered to be anti-American. But there are many concerns from advocates and privacy experts about what that actually entails and whether that could include protected speech. The Trump administration again says that all these changes are designed to protect the integrity of the immigration system and to enhance national security and public safety. But of course, there are many concerns about this potentially being a slippery slope.
Yeah. All right, Camilo, thank you so much for your reporting. The Trump administration is...
Salakia, give me one moment. Salakia, Israel. I want to go back to that last soundbite that he said.
Activities are considered to be anti-American, but there are many concerns from advocates and privacy experts about what that actually entails and whether that could include protected speech. The Trump administration again says that all these changes are designed to protect the integrity of the immigration system and to enhance national security and public safety. But of course, there are many concerns about this potentially being a slippery slope.
Yeah. All right, Camilo, thank you so much for your reporting. The Trump administration...
This made me think of, I didn't mean to click on that. I got Psalm 55. Prayer for the destruction of the treacherous. It says Psalm 55:8. He says, I will hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues. For I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. It says, for it, I'm going to stop right there and get in the NLT. It says, how quickly I would escape far from this wild storm of hatred. Confuse them, Lord, and frustrate their plans, for I see violence and conflict in the city. Its walls are patrolled day and night against invaders, but the real danger is wickedness within the city. And that's my point. Everything is falling apart. Threats and cheating are rampant in the streets. So I want to focus your attention on threats that are outside of the U.S. when in actuality, the real threats are in the U.S. They bring this to you. Oh, we're going to protect the people. You know, that's going to up our security and things of that nature. When really, they don't really care about the security of this place. The United States doesn't have any type of border defense or nothing like that. They never have. These other countries, on the other hand, if they get attacked, you know what I'm saying, they got defense mechanisms that'll stop them from getting attacked. The U.S., they're just going to deploy soldiers on foot, but they don't have nothing that's going to stop nothing aerial. They don't got no Iron Dome or nothing like that, even though that system is failing as well. But they don't, like I said, they don't care about these people coming in, man. They just, it's all, remember, man, it's always a deeper plan with them. I think something like this will come into effect or play a role later on down the line. That's why I said that something like this might go over people's head, because you wouldn't think much of it. Oh, they want 5 years of social media history. You know what I'm saying? That also could go into, you know, not famine of the word, but taking away freedom of speech, because they doing this for foreigners, you know what I'm saying, tourists. They might start doing it for U.S. citizens. You never know. Look at 5 years of your social media history. If you made any claims against the government, if you made any claims against the president, they're gonna mark you as a T, right? The T word. They're gonna mark you as an enemy of the state. So it's like little stuff like that. That's what I was thinking about when I seen that article pop up. Nonetheless, though, let me go ahead. I was thinking about something else. It's not when they say city, peace, and safety. It's Psalm 58. The book of Psalm 58 and 1, it says, do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Right? They say they had these good plans. Remember, they always like to bring a solution for a problem that they created, when in actuality, the problem is what they want to push to begin with. But they know that if they push a solution first before the problem, it's a higher, more likely chance that people will be, this is what was leaking, that people will be okay with complying with that, you know what I'm saying, with the problem, if a solution was given out. So this could lead to, you know what I'm saying, lack of freedom of speech. And, you know, that just goes in the family of the word at the end of the day. And so on and so forth, man. Right? But the wicked rulers, man, don't ever think that these people care about you, right? Because they don't. They don't care about how you are, how you're doing. The government have been actively trying to depopulate, right? So don't think that this is anything new, or that they trying to help, or they trying to protect the people. Second Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Furthermore, when I came to Troas to preach Hamashiach's gospel, and the door was opened unto me of the Lord. I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. But we're not ignorant of their plans, right? Esau Edom is continually getting exposed, so I wouldn't be surprised if something else. Yeah, and this is pretty much just going on a little bit more depth to what they were saying. I wouldn't be surprised, if something comes out about this later on, about, them amping this up or something happening to where they up the security even more. Or somebody just coming around making a video and exposing them like they always do. Because that always happens, man. So, with that being said, just keep y'all head on the swivel, man. We'll see about more coming out about this, in the coming days. They are starting to silence people more and more, trying to at least. It says, I'm going to get this and close it off. It says, Amos 8:11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, the Most High Power, Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. So they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. Right? It's going to be a famine of hearing the word. That's why we tell y'all we're not going to be out here forever preaching this truth, man. At the end of the day, at some point in time, we're going to get rest too, man. We're not going to be working. The Lord not going to work us to death, right? At some point in time, something's going to give. We're reaching closer and closer to those steps day in and day out. So, I'll close it off there, man. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me the truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom Israel, Shalom. And as always, we're one day close to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Shalom.